بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فقد قال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون صدق الله مولانا العظيم. Respected brothers, respected viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Allah says in the glorious Quran that O you who believe, fasting has been ordained upon you just the way it was ordained upon the people before you, so that you may become muttaqeen, so that you may become God-fearing, God-conscious. Now the question over here is that how does fasting create God consciousness and God awareness? How does fasting make a person muttaqi? Now the concept of taqwa in Islam itself is a topic that you can go on for hours and hours. Just to give you an example how fasting creates taqwa, I would say that, for example, today you're fasting, it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and somebody comes up to you and gives you, just say, a chocolate bar and says eat it, or gives you a Kit Kat, says take a break. You're gonna say no, I can't eat this. This Kit Kat is halal for you, it's halal, but you're still not going to eat it. Why? Because Allah has forbidden you to eat from Fajr till Maghrib. So this halal thing for this span of time has become haram for you, and you're not eating it. Despite the fact that it's halal, you abstain from it because Allah said so. So this is creating an awareness inside us that if we can stay away from something that is halal just because Allah said so, then what about the things that Allah has made haram from the beginning? What about lying? What about swearing? What about listening to music? What about zina? What about consuming alcohol and consuming haram food? All of these things Allah has forbidden from the beginning. So we should be more aware of the fact that Allah has made these things haram, and we should be staying away from them. Do you understand? So this is how Ramadan fasting creates taqwa inside us. And this fasting is a program, it's a systematic program which cleanses our heart. So once our hearts are being clean, then the nur of hidayat can get inside our hearts. That's what taqwa is actually the essence of Islam. It's the essence and the fruit of your a'mal. If you look in the Quran, then Allah says, Ya ayyuhan nas u'budu rabbakum alladhi khalaqakum walladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. That O people, worship your Lord who has created you and created the people before you, so that you may become muttaqeen. In terms of Psalm, Allah says this, the ayah that I read in the beginning, that fasting has been ordained upon you so that you may become muttaqi. In terms of Hajj, Allah says وَخَيْرُ الزَّادِ التَّقْوَى, that the best provisions you can take is taqwa. And in many places of the Quran, Allah, after every form of ibadat, Allah mentions taqwa. So this shows that what we are aiming for through our ibadah is taqwa. What we are aiming for through our ibadah is taqwa. Taqwa is the essence. Just the way a person plants a seed and then he nurtures it, he cultivates it, and he takes care of it. After that the tree grows, and after that the fruits come out. So all his mehnat and all his striving and struggling behind that tree was because of that fruit that came out of it. So that fruit came out right at the end, but it requires all the effort and all the struggle before it. So in the same way, for us to attain taqwa, we have to strive and struggle in the path of Allah in all means, in forms of ibadah and in forms of even staying away from Allah's muharramat, the things that Allah has prohibited upon us. In this way we will gain taqwa, and fasting is one means of gaining this taqwa as well. So may Allah make all of us muttaqeen, inshallah. And until next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.